that they say, oh, we don't have any satellites out far enough away from the Earth to take a full image. Okay, that's great, but if you're talking about being economical, what makes more sense? Let's send a satellite around the ball Earth many, many times and take strips of footage, or to go far away and take one image. It's like, why would you ever do it in strips if you don't have to? I can understand they couldn't go far enough.
Yeah, well, they claim that it's because it gets better shots, such as Landsat, which is like over 500 miles away. It's supposed to be over twice as far away as the ISS. And this is how many strips it took for them to get a composite of just the United States. Let me open up this picture. Look at this. How many strips it took just to get the U.S. Because I know from a high-altitude balloon, you can see like 2 states from 100,000 feet.
Yeah, that's crazy why they would do that. There's also another thing that came up that I found interesting. Another YouTuber called Good Times for All. And you know how we have the picture of, the blue marble, and then we have another picture of it that shows the United States literally taking up like half of the entire world. And so he came out with a video saying that, well, anybody can do this. You just have to get the camera closer. And so he took a couple pictures saying that, yeah, see, there you go. And this, this should no longer be used as evidence. But I'm thinking about that. It's like, but wait a minute. Supposedly NASA is still doing entire big blue ball images. And if they're doing these in strips, then it doesn't make any sense that, what he's saying, like it's a single shot from up above that's showing the continent to be so much bigger. And I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about or not on this, but I looked at that and he's saying, well, we shouldn't ever use this because anybody can take a close-up picture of a globe and it shows this particular angle. But that is not the way that NASA does this. So I've been kind of meaning to address this at some point. I don't know if you've seen it, but I completely disagree with that particular take on it.
Yeah, he's talking about how the United States, I think I've seen it before, he puts like something on a tennis ball and shows if you're close to it that you can make a landmass seem bigger. But NASA claimed that they are taking the image from that distance. That's the problem, is that, one image was taken from 3,000 miles and then another image was taken from 6,000. Well, then you could show, well, this 3,000 mile image has a larger United States than the 6,000 mile, but that's not at all what's going on. So the argument is kind of a moot point.
Right, because even if they're at a lower angle, and Flat Earth Math tried to pull this explanation off too, which I found ultimately ridiculous, because again, NASA is saying that they are doing these strip photographs and getting a picture of the entire globe. Well, that is completely incommensurate with showing the United States taking up half of the globe. That just doesn't fly. So I really took exception with that, and I'm going to have to talk to him about it.
That's like